Bullets are too expensive for boarding ship.
dead.
Fucking Dorsey's! Please! No, my son's not a Dorsey!
No shooting the prisoners!
Dorsey scum
Understand?
killed us. Dorsey scum.
Those Dorsey scum!
Some of the refugee. Oh, they won't last long.
Those Dorsey
Oh, they won't last long.
This is exactly what those Dorsey bastards
Taunt the
deserve.
prisoners all you want. They deserve it.
Mom? Sorry. Never mind. Why? What do you want? No, please, I just need you to go away, please. I don't know. We were heading to Colorado Springs with a lot of other folks when we got separated. I hurried here as quick as I could after, but I ain't found her anywhere. I keep hoping. There was this smiling lady. She said she had some food, and I could take some back to my mom if I came with her. And next thing I know, she was gonna sell me. She put me in a cage. One of her men took me out of the cage to... I kicked him as hard as I could and ran. They didn't find me in the dark. And then I saw some refugees and tagged along. Stayed with them till I got here. Bye.
The blood is coming for you all!
Piosos raided our farm.
Dorsey stole our daughter.
Dorsey scum!
Always get stuff.
Dorsey's nearly killed me. Didn't have anywhere I could hide.
Extra, extra! New in town? Did you hear about what happened? Sure has. Dorsey's got into the city, but nobody knows how. They started shooting up the place and killed a lot of people. Then they made a run at the Patriarch's palace. Oh, but they couldn't get inside. It took a while, but Sheriff Daisy and the marshals beat them back. Now they're holed up in the Garden of the Gods. Well, some of them, anyway. Others jumped in their trucks and ran for it. Just what I've been told. Back before I was born, they were the family that betrayed the Patriarch and tried to take charge of Colorado. The thing is, everybody thought they'd been dead for years. I mean, there's tons of stories about how the Patriarch wiped them all out. Oh, Marshall Station, right over there. You can't miss the pillories out front. Yep, I work for the Colorado Patriot, only newspaper left in America. We tell people what's happening in the city and what they should think about it. Be careful. Might still be Dorsey's hiding out in the city.
Dorsey scum!
Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage!
This kid's going in the pillories next.
Death to be the delusion!
We'll have
No regret! No
no death to Buchanan! Death to Buchanan! Death to the bastards! Please, you don't look like marshals. Do you work for the Patriarch? Judge Watkins has sentenced my son to die. Austin is all I have left. Everyone else died on the plains. He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen to you. I don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than your mother. I know that much. Our family escaped the wars in the East. Tried to make our way across the plains. My husband, my other son, my daughters, one by one, picked off and killed. Now it's just the two of us. And I'm gonna lose him too. Austin Pease, the skinny boy up on the platform. I can't imagine he killed anyone. We've seen enough death on our way out here. He never wanted to hurt anyone, ever. Please, help my son!
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot on my mind. Made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. Mom would have tucked me out of it. I should have talked to her first. We were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorseys gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance. Magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me. I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing people, telling the truth about how things really are. Sure didn't turn out like I hoped. Nice talking to you.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey raiders. You'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy. They are the only instrument of justice we need. Serious offenders die by exposure. Sometimes I might grant a reprieve after frostbiters claim their extremities. For some offenses, we have a work camp on the plains. I don't approve of their methods, but it's outside my jurisdiction. Minor infractions, like public drunkenness or disorderly conduct, are punished by a short stay in the sheriff's lockup. Proceed. His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience. Proceed. Indeed.
If it's too dangerous for you, marshals, maybe I should go in there myself. Sheriff Daisy! Sheriff!
Miss, please.
I've had enough of this. Why won't you people do anything?
Too old to fight the Dorseys, they said.
Deputy, how long is the sheriff going to be busy?
As long as it takes, Miss Wesson. You know the trouble that's gone down.
I do know. My family's in trouble right now. That's why it's so urgent I talk to the sheriff.
She's doing everything she can, miss. If you could just wait here, you'll be the first to know when we know.
We got things under control.
Deputy Torres, my family's in the garden with those Dorseys. Why won't you do something?
We're working on it, Miss Wesson. Shouting at you isn't going to...
I'm sorry, Deputy, but no one's even gone into the garden since I've been here.
It's a dangerous situation, Miss Wesson.
Deputy Torres, please. You have to let me talk to the sheriff.
Sheriff's busy, Miss Wesson. I've told you this before.
I would appreciate the chance to persuade...
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I have to talk to these folks. Sorry about that. Are you the Rangers? We were told to expect you. Sheriff Daisy's waiting for you in the...
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Kwan. Don't blink. It's on the back of the box. We keep the peace here in Colorado Springs. Mostly, though, we do what Sheriff Daisy says. Reports. Lots of reports. The Dorsey raid really tore up the town. Murder, looting, fires. They even attacked this station. Not that they got very far. It's been exhausting. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a...
Marshals! Finally! I was beginning to think you were never going to help... Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. I'm sorry. I was raised better than that. It's just... I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when. My name is Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families. But now they and my little brother have been kidnapped by those good-for-nothing Dorseys, and I fear for their lives. We are the founding families of Colorado Springs, descended from the survivalists who came together after the deluge of fire and helped the patriarch build a stronger Colorado. I'm proud to trace my lineage back before the war on both sides of my family. Someone let the Dorseys into town, and the savages have taken my family hostage, along with a good many others, and retreated to the Garden of the Gods. I came here to demand that Sheriff Daisy immediately mount an expedition to save them, but her marshals keep putting me off. No good traitors, that's what they are. Used to be 100 families, like us, but rotten. Backstabbers, every one of them. At least that's what my father says. They rebelled against the patriarch before I was born, and were driven from the city. I was always told they were dead and gone. It seems I was misinformed. That may be. But my family is one of the leading families of Colorado Springs. We have been longtime allies of the Patriarch and supporters of all he stands for. Surely that should be given some consideration. I suppose not. We are all equal in the eyes of God, as they say. I am just frustrated. That is all. It doesn't seem that anything is being done. Thank you, friends. One more voice urging her to action might be sufficient. Thank you. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
What can I do for you, Rangers? Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
You the Rangers? Sheriff Daisy's looking for you.
How's your
My mom and pa are safe.
Cold and shitty day.
Sheriff wants to speak to you. Sheriff wants to speak to you, Rangers.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Rangers, I'd love to trade war stories, but I've got marshals calling me left and right, dead folks lying in the streets, and reports of Dorsey stragglers all over the city. Let's circle back later. Now, the Dorsey's hostages are from the fancy side of town. 100 Families folk. Try to get 'em out of there alive, or I'll never hear the fucking end of it. And please, take young Miss Weston with you. I need that girl out of my hair. In fact, I'm gonna insist. I'm telling Lupinski not to let you into the garden without her. But don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers. The garden's on the far side of the market square. Don't forget to take Miss Wesson with you.
You spoke to Sheriff Daisy like you promised, strangers. Thank you. I heard her tell you to take me with you to the Garden of the Gods. So, when do we leave? It's a project of the Ward family, a showcase for their know-how. They grow food there using the latest technologies. Colorado Springs leads the world in science. But there are plenty of places to hide in the garden. The Dorseys could be laying for us anywhere. We shall have to be cautious. Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
No. But I have hunted. There's no need to worry that I will be shy about pulling the trigger. I promise, strangers, if it is to save my family, I will not hesitate. At last.
The deluge of blood is coming for you all! Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families! The deluge of blood is coming for you all!
We'll have our revenge! You ain't seen the last of us!
We'll have our revenge. You ain't seen the last of us.
Death to Buchanan! Death to the 100 stinking families!
No regret, no repentance.
We ain't gonna beg for our lives! We ain't weak like you!
Brave Marshal, stop Dorsey's at Palace Gates! Patriarch alive and safe!
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate. An invitation from the head of a family or authorization from the Patriarch. Until you have that, the gate stays closed. The attack on the city has everyone nervous. Until that's all settled down, Patriarch's orders are in effect. Authorized business only. Broadmoor Heights and the Patriarch's Palace. Good day.
Do you know who those outlaws are? Jeez, they won't be scared of a scrawny old man.
Garden of the Gods is just north of Market Square. Marshal Lupinski should be out front.
That old consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life. Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed.
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in after them. They're too busy. Besides, a man should be able to protect his own shop. Finally, someone with some spine. I'd do it all myself, but since you're new in town, I figured you'd need to show your mettle.
Josiah, don't you do this. Let these people handle it. They've had plenty of experience by the look of them.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Thank you. Keep an old man from killing himself, will you?
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially in front of these soldier types? You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over. Well, go on then. Damn Dorseys are still in my shop. Guess not. Don't need anybody's help. Damn Dorseys are still in my shop. Don't need anybody's help anyway.
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead! Back off!
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. Say, if you got hurt in that scrap, you should see a friend of mine, Doc Parker. He set up a clinic in the Arapahoe garage. And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
You've got our gratitude, Rangers.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
Hey, take a look at what these marshals and Dorsey's got on them.
Those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them, but you need to put all those valuables back and walk away.
Fat chance. We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more. Hey! On him!
Those
Fat chance! We don't take orders from marshals.
This.
came here for every class trip we ever had. Is Buchanan a man?
Yeah, this whole place.
Why, hello there. My name's Old Baldy, and this here is the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum, or, as I like to call it, home. My friends here, dedicated, telling the story of old Saul Buchanan and the refounding of the great state of Colorado, which is just the first step in Saul's plan to bring back the good old United States of America. Now, just stroll from stage to stage and we'll tell you the story along the way. It's as simple as that. Any questions before you go? Well, I don't want to spoil the show, but it begins with Saul's humble start in this very town, and it follows the trials and tribulations he faced uniting the 100 families, defeating the monster army, and bringing peace and security to Colorado. And, in case you were worried, it's suitable for children of all ages. Stop! Step back! It is against museum rules to fondle the displays. Saul Buchanan is far too modest for such egotistical shenanigans. No, sir, it was the 100 families who built this place as a gracious thank you to the patriarch for all he's done for them. Look just like my picture, don't I? Now, wait a minute. Let me give you my good side. There you go. I gotta admit, though, I'm looking better than I was. Life's been pretty tough on old Baldy since the world went to pot. Lost a lot of feathers. But now that Patriarch Buchanan's rebuilding America, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Great! Then on with the show! Youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree, could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3.
My uncle tells me you're a man of questionable morals, Mr. Quan.
Well, that's why I'm on the payroll. Somebody's got to get their hands dirty, so good folk like you can keep your hearts clean.
That's not how Colorado Springs works, Mr. Quan. That's how you work.
Huh. I'm sure you know best.
Down the savages again and again, and drove them back to the desolate east and secured for Colorado an endless peace. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The truest of men. You could say that again. The 100 families came to see O Springs, and all fell to fighting over frivolous things, till Saul raised their heads to the circling wings of the vultures who were waiting to dine like kings. He said that the only way to save the land was to bury the hatchet and all shake hands. So they signed the treaty in a single day and begged him to lead them and show them the way. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The truest of men. You could say that again.
Youngest son of the Buchanan clan. Brave survivors of the fall of man. Baby Saul grew straight like a tree. Could swing a sledgehammer before he was 3. Learned to read and write before he could walk. Finished all his schooling before he could talk. Showed all his teachers a thing or two. When he taught them that a fact didn't have to be true. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The strongest of men. You can say that again.
Families behind him Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flab the inhaler surrendered his crown. Buchanan spared Flab and made him a deal.
If your boys work for me, they'll never miss a meal.
Flab signed up on the dotted line. Now his monsters keep us safe in the evening time. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The truest of men. You could say that again. Well, the Dorseys thought they had a better idea. Believed they could rule by murder and fear. Tried to steal Colorado from our patriarch, but old Saul proved his bite was worse than his bark. Drove out the Dorseys and gave their land to the poor and the needy and the Indians. So mercy for the merciless was his stand. So he hunted the Dorseys to the very last man. Is Buchanan a man? Oh boy, what a man! The truest of men. You could say that again.
What's the matter with you? Don't you know the city's on lockdown? I'm not opening the door to nobody. Go away!
Woo!
place is closed. Brygo wants us to stand in the cold and make sure you know it. Boss said we're closed till further notice.
Jesus, loaves and fishes, Christ! That's a bomb under my stall, ain't it?
Oh, shit, Taiwan. God, it is.
We best stay back.
God damn it! Where are the marshals?
They've got their hands full
fixed a
licking their
radiator
wounds.
once.
You're gonna be waiting a
Maybe
while.
I could
Back
defuse
up
that
slowly.
I fixed a radiator once.
Holy mackerel! Better stay back from my stall. Those goddamn Dorseys dropped a landmine under it. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor. Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Oh, thank God. You'd be doing me a shell of a favor.
Welcome to Mary Milkteeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day. Or maybe you got banged up in the Dorsey raid. I can help with that too. What do you need? Just a simple humanitarian who saw a niche that needed filling. Now, are you buying or are you talking? Remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't finish. All guaranteed to fill you with pep and put a spring in your step. What can I get you? Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
Did you see Doc Parker's got a clinic set up?
Are you Mercs? Or
Could've
working
used
with
your
the
help when
Marshals?
the Dorseys were shooting up the town. No, nothing to see here. Rangers working with us now. Could've used your help when the Dorseys were shooting up the town. Can't talk. Cold and shitty day, ain't it?
No entry by order of Sheriff Daisy. No entry by order of Sheriff Daisy.
Doc Parker's got a clinic set up at the Arapahoe garage.
Snapping Jimmy Bob's still standing. Dorseys or no Dorseys? You think a little raid would stop snapping Jimmy Bob? No siree. New faces? Let me know if you need to restock. I hear there's still some Dorseys in the city. That's snapping Jimmy Bob, thank you. Not that much to tell. My dad was a trader, and a good one. And now I'm a trader, and a good one. Might seem boring to wandering muscle like yourself, but I like it. Oh, that's my prized possession. A genuine pre-apocalypse, fully functional microwave. I can cook up some truly gourmet delicacies with it. But the damn power got cut in the fighting. It'll take the city weeks to fix it. Let's.
hold.
Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions, if you're here to learn about our wall. I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine, nuclear reactions at room temperatures making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again. It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity. Believe me, I understand. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck out there. Back to the wall.
No time.
Oh, you want to talk to Mama? She's the one in charge.
Y'all seem nice, but if you got business with the Carters, you should talk to Mama.
This station is nice enough, but convoy life is better.
Rangers, you told me that we were going to save my family. This isn't the way to the Garden of the Gods. And if you don't plan to honor your word, I'm leaving. I'm glad.
Make sure you take care of that bike when you get to it.
Can't wait to get back on the road.
Always something else to fix. This was Jimmy Longhaul's first car. When it gave up the ghost in the plains, he salvaged what he could, turned it into this monster you see before you. All because he couldn't bear to be separate.
Hey, Jimmy. Glad to see you're okay. Dorsey's didn't get this far?
Nah, they didn't bother with us. They were after folks wearing badges like yours. I would have shot those Dorseys dead if they'd walked in my garage. Haven't seen your friends before. If you folks are looking for help with your vehicle, you've come to the right place. This is the Colorado Springs Arapahoe Station. We got stations all over Colorado, mostly for fixing and supplying our own fleet. But we fix vehicles and sell parts to anybody. I'm the manager, Jimmy Longhaul. That's my crew over there. You need any repairs or alterations to your ride, they're the ones who will put it all together. Best crew in the business. Yeah? Oh, that's Doc Parker. He needed a place to set up his clinic, and we had the space, so... Good thing, too. Those Dorseys hurt a lot of people with that little raid of theirs. We brought as many as we could in here, and Doc's been patching them up as fast as he can. Only got 2 hands, though. The best in Colorado Springs, no lie. He was the Patriarch's personal physician for a while. Took care of all the hoity-toits in Broadmoor Heights, too. Kinda pissed us off at the time, actually. Nice Arapahoe boy, taking care of the hemorrhoids of the 100 families and turning his back on his own people. Came home in the end, though. Remembered who he was and set up his clinic here. Been serving the working people of Colorado Springs ever since. Co-workers, not employees. I only give the orders 'cause I take the orders, get me? Anyway, Fastback's the old one. Been with the station almost as long as I have. Wrench, the tall fella, thinks he's a heartbreaker, but he's the most sentimental sap you'll ever meet. And Pacer's our newest recruit. don't mess with her. She's 10 pounds of attitude in a 5-pound bag. At the moment, yeah, I guess so. Driving and wrenching has kind of become the Arapaho brand. We pride ourselves on being the best mechanics and couriers in the West. Well, except for those of us who run the stations. We mostly live on the road. The people of the convoy, some folks call us. And we've turned that way of life into a business. Arapaho service stations, Iron Thunder logistics, Arapaho caravan protection, and so on. While other folks were eating each other in the suburbs or fighting over mansions in Broadmoor Heights, we kept to the wildlands and didn't come back until civilization had reestablished itself. And when we came back, we came with services people needed. Transportation, protection, and repair. Been living well ever since. Sure we do, if they're good enough. Takes a lot of skills to be better than an Arapaho, though. Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
Car's a lot like an old dog sometimes. It won't learn new tricks, but that doesn't mean you can't trick it into doing what you want.
You keep saying that, but this truck's dead as good manners.
Tell you what, how about we do a little wager?
Come on, pal, pull through.
Hey, Doc. Quan, hope you won't take offense, but I've got no time for niceties. Dying people take precedence.
Understood, brother.
They're in bad shape, and I don't have the time or tools to save them. Thank you. The things I need most are a suture kit, an injury kit, and a medic pack. Got that? These folks are literally dying on us, so don't fuck around. Great. Then get started on those patients. What now? Finally. Get started on those patients.
Car's a lot like an old dog sometimes. It won't learn new tricks, but that doesn't mean you...
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see.
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they? They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop?
I'm going to remind you that you said.
Please.
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground stopping.
A lot like an old dog sometimes. It won't learn new tricks, but that doesn't mean you can't trick it into doing what you want.
You keep saying that, but this truck's dead.
It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see. It isn't that bad, is it? Just flesh wound. Am I right? You should see. Another guy. You closed my wound. I won't miss. staring at my own guts.
Car's a lot like an old dog sometimes. It won't learn new tricks.
They wouldn't stop. Why wouldn't they stop? It hurts. Please.
And if you lose,
Where?
you'll have to make lunch
What's
every
going
day
on?
for a week.
Did you patch me up?
Jumped out of a building to escape the Dorseys. Didn't count on the ground to stop
something?
Forever now.
This looks
They
like
met
it
in
could
the
help
bazaar
Parker's
and she saved him
patients.
from getting into trouble. But now he's too scared to do anything
My leg!
about it.
Whoa!
You said
hey!
it! Ugh, still hurts like a bitch, but maybe I'll actually walk again.
What now? Good. Thank you. One sec, though. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm grateful for what you've already done. But I need one more favor. You see this girl? She was shot in the head, but there's no exit wound. The bullet's still in there. I need to keep constant watch on her, and I need cleaner, safer facilities to do it. If you let me use the facilities at your HQ, I'll do anything. I'll work as your doctor. I'll fucking juggle for you, Rangers. I just need to save her. What do you say? Thank you. Thank you. You've saved her life. And mine. Need anything before I get my stuff together? Of course. Let's have a look. Good luck. Rangers, I'd chat. But there's a lot to
keep
wrap up
saying
before I make my way
This
to your
truck's dead as
headquarters.
good manners.
Tell you what, how about we do a little wager? I bet I can get that truck up and run it before the end of the night. If I win,
Doc Parker's helping the wounded at
Talk
the
to
Arapahoe
Mama.
Garage.
She always
Ain't
knows
turning
what to
in.
do.
Got nothing to say to you. Talk.
You got business with Mama Carter? Ha! No, you don't. Come back when you do. Until then, scram.
Wish I could get these Flipper and Marshals to take care of the dang bomb under my stall. Heck no! That mine is right in front of my stop. Really? That's great news! Here's a little something for you. I'm back in business. Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Emporium! We have everything you need, just for the asking and, well, the paying. You didn't hear this from me, Franz, but word is there's still Dorseys all around the city waiting to jump innocents such as yourself. Be sure to stock up with me, yeah? I have no idea what you're talking about, Franz. Ah, you want to hear about the wide open seas, my trusty vessel, the wild waves crashing the shores? Well, sorry, chums. I'm just here to sell stuff. What would you like? No. No. Wish that I did, Franz. Born and raised in Colorado Springs. Me? I've never even seen a fish in my life. Wondrous creatures, I hear. Sardinely.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Can't really see the difference between you and the ordinary class of mercs. Well, much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards, Sheriff Daisy said to let you go on in. So, go on. Give them Dorseys some hell.
Marshal Lupinski, I expect you to moderate your language in the presence of a young lady.
My apologies, Miss Weston. I meant no disrespect. Best of luck to you and your companions here. It's the Garden of the Gods. Rocks, experimental farms, and now those Dorseys. Nope. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Hello? Whoever just came up from the city, come in. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can you reach me? Right. I'll just keep my head down then. Hey! You on the ledge! Oh no. They found me.
Oh, yeah? Why not? I got this whole place rigged to blow. That's why. I don't see no explosives. Where are they? All around here. Carefully concealed. If I press this button, we're all dead. Okay? Do it then. Fine. Take one step closer, and I will.
Well, hot damn.
Explosives. Where are they? All around here. Carefully concealed. Hey! Where did you come from? Back the hell off, or you're dead! Oh, shit!
Time for talking's over.
Please, no! I don't want to die!
Walked right in.
Oh, God. Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me. Have you seen my family? Are they here?
Lucia? I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia, I heard gunfire and screaming. You need to be ready for the worst.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going to end them all.
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I invented the solar collectors and experimental farms on top of the rocks. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys came through here, herding their hostages with them. So I hid up here and kept out of sight. They're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming, so they beat them too. Then they dragged them all further on, toward their camp. The PALs, photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. They polarize the waves and create constructive interference. Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collectors, or even thaw frozen components. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put a decimal in the wrong place. A while ago, we found some old non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues that have always been a problem for the city. I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
What about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but they were still alive. You saved my life. I won't forget it. Saved my life. I won't forget it.
This is Bellamy Ward, PAL operational test number, 110. I've adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion rate. Everything's set. Here we go. The photon amplification lenses are operating at 60% ambient light, approximately what we would expect on a typical day in Colorado Springs. Checking the voltmeter now. Yes, it's working! Energy storage is 12% above norm. This is better than I hoped. Now, if I can get the storage rate up to 25%, we'll have surplus power running into...
I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this.
I'm Isaac Reed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brygo's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look, I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did. I begged.
Stop talking right now.
We thought we were in the right. The Dorseys promised that we could take down the Patriarch. They didn't say anything about murdering hostages.
What about all the other people they killed? Or was that part okay with you, Isaac?
It was Nelius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change. Farron Brygo's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please.
A better way? I can't think of one. Not after what he did to my family. You want to let him walk away from what he's done? I have justice right here, in the palm of my hand. I am more than happy to mete it out. I would be delighted to be its instrument.
Thank you.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. They'll be happy to hear that, Team November, as am I. Good job getting those sumbitches. Over and out.
You let Isaac live? After he gave aid and comfort to the enemies of the Patriarch? After he helped them kill my family? You let him live? Why arrest him when you killed all those others? What made him special? Maybe you have it right. If I value my own personal feelings above the law, then I'm no better than a vigilante. Very well. I accept your decision to let him live. But the people who are truly responsible, Nelius Dorsey and Liberty Buchanan, I will bring justice to their doors. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. Good. You've got yourselves a bargain, Rangers. We should go after Nelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts from before the bombs fell. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Nelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
Job clearing out those sons of bitches. Hot hell. When the sheriff tells you to man a spot, you man the spot.
How's the family?
I wouldn't give for a sunny day. Hey, chums! Welcome to Taiwan Jones's Emporium! My store has everything you're looking for. Dive on in. Sardinely.
That's not really our department, Miss Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is! I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water. You have to get someone here and stop this thumping. Well, it's not so much a thumping as a throbbing. Kind of like a rah, rah. Oh, no, actually, it's more like a rah, rah.
Ms. Wong, I have another call. If you can just hang on.
Yeah? This is the Sans Lux Apartments? Who's there? Fucking kids. Hello? Hello? There's something wrong with my cat's poop!
Hello, Ms. Wong. Good to hear your voice.
Ew, Troy! Those old people are looking at us?
It's okay, Brandy. I got this. Get lost, you perv douchebags. Wait a minute. You're old, right? Can you get us some beers? Stupid Mary Milkteeth won't sell us any. Too young, she says. Yeah, later.
Oh.
So you gonna give us some boars or what? Holy shit, can you be any more lame?
Just... ew.
Lame.
A man followed me home today. I'm sure of it.
Yes, Miss Wong. Do you have a description?
Description? I can give you his name. It's Mr. Powell in apartment 21.
Extra, extra! Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs! Dozens killed by Dorsey thugs! Families taken hostage! Brave Marshal stopped Dorsey's at Palace Gates. Patriarch alive and safe. Your Colorado Patriot here, hot off the press.
Hey, you're the Rangers! Well, first time we met, I didn't know you were in town. Heard all about you now. Well, it's the only safe place we've got. Vegas is gone. The robots saw to that. Refugees say the East is dying too. Might still be a couple nations out there, Motor City Combined and Buckeye Republic, but they were at war last we heard. Colorado's the only safe place left, and we have the Patriarch to thank. That makes this town the best place in the world, near as I can tell, even if it isn't perfect. You bet.
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a pillory?
Rangers, what brings you here? As I said, you can argue his case. Convince me to set him free, and I will do so. I am not certain you truly understand the Patriarch's justice, but your words ring true. Perhaps death is too severe a punishment. This is irregular, but it is within my powers to grant you full custody of Austin Peace. Any further infractions he may commit are the Ranger's responsibility. I would recommend keeping him out of trouble. You should inform the boy. Best he hears the good news from you.
Still here. Not looking forward to what comes next. What? Are you serious? You really saved my life and I get to be a ranger? Soon as they let me free, I'm going straight to your headquarters. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Clean guns, scrub toilets, you name it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You Rangers are heroes. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did for my son. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, are you around here too?
Yeah, I was just finishing up training when the Dorseys came through. Didn't even know what to do.
Yeah, they just yanked me off the street, put a badge on my chest and a gun in my hand.
What can I do for you, Rangers? Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
You're the Rangers, correct? My name's Hope Emerson. Came down here to offer Daisy my help during all this chaos, and she said I should talk to you. That we might. I used to run the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then. Are you looking to fill that position? Certainly. What do you want to know? No. And the people who do are usually sickos who get off on bossing around convicts and making them squirm, right? Well, that's not me. I promise you. I became a jailer after getting locked up myself when I was a kid and seeing the job done wrong. We expect the law to be fair, from arrest to trial to sentence, but too many people forget that incarceration is part of the process. A big part, and often the least fair. People in jail are there to learn from their mistakes. In a bad jail, all they learn is to mistrust the law and fear their fellow man. I want to make your jail a good jail where everyone is treated fairly, regardless of their crime, and everyone has a chance to improve themselves. It's not there anymore. Scar collectors rolled through and took everybody they could catch for slaves. Then they burned the place to the ground. I led a caravan of survivors to Colorado Springs, and I've been here ever since. I respect Daisy's determination to keep Colorado Springs safe, but I don't agree with her methods. They're too savage. Take the pillories, for example. The marshals shackle prisoners into them for the smallest of crimes and leave them exposed to the cold for hours. They lose fingers, and noses, and ears to frostbite, if they survive at all. What does that accomplish? Other than cripple them and mark them as criminals for life. After that, how can they become good citizens? How are they to believe that the law is fair? It turns my stomach. Daisy tells me you've been tireless fighters for justice in Arizona, settling disputes, breaking up gangs and militias, putting down a plague of robots, and that you're here in Colorado for the most noble of reasons, to save your people back home after a terrible disaster. I hope she wasn't blowing smoke, because she made you sound just like the sort of heroes I want to work for. Great. So what do you think? Can I join you? Thank you. I'll be there as soon as I make my goodbyes here. Looking forward to working with you. Looking forward to working with you, Rangers.
Hey, you ever hear those stories about, what are they called?
I like you already, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. Not only that, but you sent me Isaac Reed and his trader friends, all cuffed up and looking pretty. Seems to me that if somebody commits a crime in Colorado Springs, they should face Colorado Springs justice. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Some of my marshals weren't so sure about you. Damn right. It's in all our interests to keep this city safe. I was gonna introduce you to Hope Emerson, but since you're already acquainted, let's get back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town, like I asked? Well, since you already dealt with Isaac, let's concentrate on Brago. I'll never understand why the Patriarch let that rat set up shop here. Been nothing but trouble, so him making a deal with the Dorseys doesn't surprise me in the least. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brago helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brago for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best-equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe, and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Rangers! My name is Junko Murayama, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Saul Buchanan, Colorado Heritage Museum. You're about to embark on a journey through history as we share with you the people and events that made Colorado what it is today. Our new and improved animatronic exhibits will bring history to life as you learn about the rise of the Patriarch, the unification of the 100 families, and their battles against the Monster Army and the Plains Gangs. The staff of the Colorado Heritage Museum asks that you do not interact with the exhibits. Ready? Let's go!
Rangers, this is Daisy. Sounds like you're at the Little Vegas, judging by all that noise in the background. Remember, your first order of business is to find Delgado. Maybe somebody in there has seen him. While you're at it, if you can prove that Brago made a deal with the Dorseys, feel free to take that bastard down. Best of luck, Rangers. Daisy out.
We've got drinks, dancing, and games of chance. Pick your poison. Hope you hit the jackpot.
What's your...
Did you know that I know the DJ from way back?
You mean the robot?
Yeah, my dad.
I'm not sure it's smart enough to have friends. This place rocks. Hey,
This place rocks, right?
Having a good time, honey?
Woo! Having a good time, honey?
Present requests, party humans. Enjoy party time.
Chug, chug, chug! Let's get crunk!
Having fun?
Let's get crunk!
These stairs lead to Mr. Brago's lounge. He said I should let you guys through. But don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that would be a very bad day for you, my friend. A very bad day. That is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble if anybody said it wrong. Big trouble if you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is. The furnace could catch fire and burn the whole place down, so I'm not leaving my post for anything. Well, maybe if a fight broke out I would, but nobody would be stupid enough to start a fight in Mr. Brago's place, would they? You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you?
No more gambling for me.
I wish I could
learned my
drink
lesson.
like you. I'm stuck with Boar's Light.
Having fun?
Why me?
Hey, you pallies. Try your hand at a game of luck and skill? Roulette's the name. Drop a bet on the table, I spin the doohickey, and you win big if the ball lands on your choice. Red or black pay even money, but zero pays 10 to 1 if you've got the stones. Well, now, there's a game called High-Low that Mr. Brago used to run back in Vegas. Couldn't be simpler. You wager either high or low, and I roll this here die. 1, 2, 3 is low, 4, 5, 6 is high. If you made the correct call, I pay you even money. Easy, huh? What do you say? No stomach for it, eh? No problem. I'll be here after you.
What?
Those two over there kind of make a cute couple.
Fuck! Fuck! I'm so screwed! Like, totally. I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe, but
boulder and his mercs took my pants and kicked me out before I could get it. No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But I need that stash or I'm dead. Can you help me? I owe a lot of money. I don't sell this shit and they'll kill me. Not my drugs. Other people's. Well, mostly. I got deliveries to make. Rhino and Focus. 5 each. Oh, God. I'm gonna die.
This DJ is amazing.
Around for everyone!
Welcome to Little Vegas, friends. Care to play some blackjack? A small fee gets you a seat at the table and wins pay even money. Looking for one of those old Brygo classics, huh? He used to run 3-card monte back in the real Vegas. I could run that. Easy rules. Put down a small bet and I lay down 3 cards. 2 are 10s, 1's a queen. Pick old Queenie and I pay you even money. As you wish. This table's always hot. Come back anytime.
Wanna buy me a drink with all that coin you're throwing around?
Oh, honey, of course.
Hey there. What do you need? This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Plenty of sins available for the picking. Just take a look around. Loose lips don't get you far in Mr. Brygo's organization. So, nope. All the best vices Colorado has to offer. Hey there. What do you need? Sorry, chums. Don't know anybody by that name. Can't help you. Don't be strangers.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Knows. Farron Brygo's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas. Ah, a tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine 2 round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge, then squeezed them from both sides, crushing them between the buttes. A real shitstorm, that's what it was.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of 2 buttes, Mr. Nose. Sounds like a story you concocted while sitting in the outhouse.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fallen, the terrible smell. Not surprised you haven't heard of it. St. Elmo was lost to a fire years ago, sadly. But it was a thriving town before then. Thanks to old Charlie, yep.
Don't listen to a word old Charlie says, Rangers. He's the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs.
Says the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs. All those and more. I have plenty to tell you, Red Hats. All you need is working ears and an open heart. Charlie is a friend to all, and all know Charlie. So what can Charlie do for you? I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained, and that they don't wander into the back rooms. I can? Did you mean, will you let us through? In that case, no. Jokes aside, Mr. Brygo doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brygo's instructions very seriously. If you want to go back there, talk to him, not me. Ah, Mr. Brygo's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, it emulates the style of Sin City, but I never saw that place myself. You want to talk to the man in charge? You'll find Mr. Brygo upstairs. Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused. You see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The patriarch himself gave it to me. Yes, sir, for saving his eldest son. Man, you should have seen the size of that snake. El Gato? What?
Come on, Charlie, you remember Delgado. Nice guy, family man, way too good for the trash in this place. No way you could miss him.
Oh, not like you, Marshal. You blend right in with the rest of us. Sorry, haven't seen him. Old Charlie would tell you if he had. See this one with the skull? Sheriff Daisy gave it to me for dealing with a corrupt marshal. She was a beast, let me tell you. Must have had some kind of mutation. 8 foot tall with fists like bricks. But I gave her the old razzle-dazzle, took her down.
Razzle-dazzle? Is that what you call falling while running away from her and tripping her with your quivering ass?
That worked, didn't it? She fell face first into a fire plug. Knocked her cold. Till next time, Red Hats.
Stand at attention, tiny soldier. Target acquired. Weapons hot. Clear to engage.
Well, go on. I told you, Mr.
You stowed away on an Arapaho convoy? Oh my gosh, tell me everything.
Local 168!
What are you runts doing in here? This is a private party. Yeah? Well, you picked the wrong room. Ain't no Delgado here, and no marshals neither. None of your fucking business.
Oh, they're mercs. Happened to be in town when the Dorseys attacked, so we paid them to help us out. Nice to see him putting the Patriarch's money to good use.
Defending Colorado Springs and beating those toothless shit-kicker Dorseys to a bloody paste. Local 168, let me hear you! Woo! Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, If it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige. Yes! Good! Good!
You want a brawl? Knock yourselves out.
obliged.
I glowed, but you're a bitch.
Vegas. Even if I go home with red-hot balls, what do you want?
Wonder if Ted is
Welcome to the Little Vegas
Sorry,
brothel, friends.
I got off work a while ago.
Sorry, I got off work a while ago.
Oh, hey, Quan. Looking for a good time.
Sorry, Ken. Me and my friends are here on business today. Rangers, meet Kendall, Colorado Springs' finest purveyor of sins of the flesh.
That's my name, yes. Excuse me a moment.
You really shouldn't ask him about that. He had a misunderstanding with Mr. Brygo, and they cut off his junk. Smooth like a Ken doll. Get it? Makes him a great pimp, though.
Delgado. You know, that name sounds really familiar, but remembering is going to be hard work. The kind of work a man should be paid to do.
Kendall, you predictable son of a bitch.
I need serious cash. Any less, and it isn't worth the risk. Sure, okay. I don't like straining my memory anyway. Yeah, okay. Bye.
All I want... Oh, Quan! It's you!
Hi, Ten. Good to see you.
I'm so happy you're back. I've missed you so much. Can you stay?
I'm kind of on duty. Maybe some other time. Yeah, unless you all want to take a break for a while. Friends. I hope...
Of course we are, Quan. You are my dearest friend. My island of peace.
I still have to pay you, though. How real a friendship is that?
It's as real as it can be. More real than it should be.
You say that, but do you mean it?
Let me prove it to you.
Really? Thank you so much. You might want to get yourselves a drink or play some blackjack. I'm gonna be a while. 10.
Oh, Quan, it's been so long. It's never been like this before. Please come back, okay? Please?
Let me see the... Stand there and don't move, kitten. I'm inspecting you. You'll do. It costs money for my attention, pet. Pay, and I'll show you the joys of knowing your place. Then you are dismissed. What a mess you are. Totally untrained.
Hey, good looking. Ditch those zeros and get with this hero. Cash up front. I may be easy, but I ain't cheap. You'll be back.
You want to see my... I was just warming up. Give me a second, I'll be right with you. Costs money to play with the king. What do you say? And the king really needed a workout, too.
Hail to the king, baby! Time to get sweaty. You ready? Let's do this! Bicep curls. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, get it! 7, 8, 9, 10. Ha! Feel the burn! Shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know you love it. 9, 10. On your back. Yeah. Bench press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who's the king? You are. 20 squats. Yeah. Bust them glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just what the ladies ordered. 12, 13, 14, 15 buns of steel. 19, 20. Love yourself, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's plank.
Oh, sweetie, everyone has nerves their first time. Let's try again. Slowly this time.
No, I know how to do it. I just don't feel like it right now. Hey, who the hell are you guys? Yeah, well, I was just leaving. Thanks, Ace. I guess. Bite me! I'm out of here.
Come back anytime, Benji. School's always in session. I know you like what you're looking at. And for a small fee, I'll show you things you had no idea you wanted. That's a shame. I've got a lot I could teach you.
gracious. Do people actually want to... Disgusting.
Oh, hi. Aren't you a sexy little thing? This is my first time. So, how do we do this? Do I just... Oh! Whoa, okay. Take it off? On my knees? Okay. Oh God!
Thought you couldn't work tonight, Darlene.
That's fine. I got a sitter.
Not your ex, I hope. He'll drink all your liquor and sell the kid to the scarf dealers.
Hey, what the hell is going on up there? I can't go 2 minutes without some mooks beating on each other. You must have some kind of bull around here getting away with shit like that. Hey, hope it ain't someone important you killed, or I'll be looking for you.
Oh, man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party in Aspen every year. I'm for sure gonna get one.
Hello, Rangers. This is Gideon Reyes. I'm addressing you from Broadmoor Heights. The Patriarch has made it known that you are in need of logistical support. I can happily make a few calls, speak to a few people. In exchange, I'd like to ask that you hear me out on a proposition. It's not a thing I really do, this ransoming of aid, but these are unusual circumstances, and Colorado Springs' future hangs in the metaphorical balance. I wouldn't be asking for such an exchange if I wasn't desperate. I'll be at the church in Broadmoor Heights, and I'll tell the marshals to let you through. Come find me here.
Team November, come in. Yeah, I got Ms. Wong, the manager at the Sands Lux Apartments, on the line. And this one might actually be something. Says she's got a tenant who might be making bombs in...
Shush, shush, shush. Let me talk to them. You're leaving out important details. It's the weirdo in apartment 3. He's gonna kill us all. There's all kinds of loud banging coming from his room. And he's not alone. He's got friends in there. They're planning something. I know it. Do you think I would have called you if the marshals had listened to me? They say I call too much. Goddamn lazy good-for-nothings. Maybe there was nothing going on those other times, but this one's real. I'm sure of it. Come to the Sands Lux Apartments, now! That loony's liable to blow the whole place sky high!
Sorry, November. Over and out.
Huh? What do you mean by sorry?
That Valor kid doesn't sound much more stable than his brother.
Hi, I'm Austin. I'm new.
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
Oh, around.
Yeah, me too. We all are here.
Hello, Rangers. Permission to speak? I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life. If you hadn't talked to Judge Watkins, well, I wouldn't be here, and I'm really happy to be here. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Oh, and, Mom thanks you too. Welcome back, Team November.
Guessing it's gonna be tough getting that Valor kid out of Denver in one piece, but it's gotta be done.
Still not feeling great after everything at the lake. Hope you don't mind if I take a little more time. Still healing up, but I'm itching to get back into action. Later.
Hey, Rangers. I'm here at last. It'll take a while. But I think I'll be able to make an actual surgery out of this place. Just need to call in a few favors for equipment and supply. If you need treatment now, well, I think I'm ready for that. What do you need? Fine. Everything is fine. For now. Of course, no sense in bleeding all over the place. Have a seat. I don't mind not having to clean and suture a festering wound.
Glad to see you back, Rangers. Cleaned up the worst of the mess in your absence. Now, what can I help you with? Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell war stories.
Sir, I have heard stories about you all my life. It is a tremendous honor to meet you in the flesh.
Oh, thank you, Miss Wesson. And I apologize in advance for not living up to the stories. Some of them might have stretched in the telling. Now, what do you all want to know? I'll be here.
Always a pleasure. Anytime. Well, that's fine for now. What happens if they get more recruits?
Don't worry about it. They've taken care of us so far, haven't they?
Yeah, but when push comes to shove.
Hope
We'll
you
see.
catch that victory kid soon. Before he hurt.
We're pitching in where we can. I hope we've been some help at least. Anything you need? Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Been sleeping soundly for the first time in my life.
We're all grateful that you took us in, Rangers.
Feels a whole lot safer around here now that you Rangers are in charge.
Stay sharp.
What do you think? Scrubbed up nice, huh? What can I do for you? I wanted to talk about the prisoner you found when you first got here. The one who survived by eating fungus and bugs. I know you decided to keep him locked up. And I'm not saying you were wrong. It's just, do we know he's broken any laws? And even if he has, it seems he's been imprisoned here for years. Has he not served his time? I know he's a little unsettling to talk to, but is that reason enough to deny him his liberty? Don't worry, I'm not going to let him out without your say-so. Just wanted to say my piece.
Oh, yay! Thank you so much, man. I owe you big, real big time. This won't be the last time you hear from me.
What can I do for you? Good luck out there. Enjoy your time in our elegant establishment.
In this place.
Well, go on. I told you, Mr. Brygo gave me instructions to let you Rangers through.
I don't know.
No funny business around
Talk to Mr. Nose
Brygo.
if
Got
you
it?
need anything.
Let's discover our coefficient of friction.
Rangers! No funny business around Mr. Brygo.
Ugh.
Fucking
So
feet hurt.
gaudy.
No funny.
No funny business around Mr.
Ostentatious.
Brygo. Got it?
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
You've got fine written all over you.
Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths. Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for second-rate suits from the bazaar. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Farron Brygo. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glories of the town we lost. Perfect, isn't it? You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing, and saved the day. Heroes, every one of them. Helped me consolidate control of the city, too. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But you know all about that. They attacked you, too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay. I'm glad you think so. You should have seen it 5 years ago. Nothing here but the walls, and half of them were falling down. We really worked hard to get where it is today. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot. Rangers, you're disappointing me. I already know Vargas died saving Arizona. He was a man of honor. Now, what can I do for you? Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged. Certainly. Ask away. What? I don't want those kind of connections. Murder in the street. Good luck.
Ugh, so gaudy.
Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine, but I'm getting ahead of myself. You haven't heard the story? Of course, 15 years later, Anyway, that shared history makes me happy. I'm glad, but enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is, General... Damn. I'd heard rumors, but... Well, I'm not surprised that's the way he went out. A hero to the end. Thank you for telling me. I'll raise a glass in his honor tonight. Now, what can I do for you? I know any attempt to recapture the past is doomed to failure. But I had to try. It's not quite Vegas, but it's close. And since I can't go back, this will have to do, won't it? And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. To them, this is paradise. All of Sin City behind one door. Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came back. Deadlier than before. We held out as long as we could. But without help from the Rangers, the end was inevitable. As to why we came to Colorado? Well, we heard some rumors of the good work the Patriarch was doing out here. Creating a stable, prosperous society. That's exactly the kind of environment a business like mine needs to flourish. So we packed up our roulette tables and hit the road. Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh? Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and woes of running Vegas back then made me old before my time. Since I've come to Colorado, I feel 20 years younger. Certainly. Ask away. What? I don't want those kind of connections. Murder in the streets is bad for business. If I were you, I'd be looking for someone with a grudge against the Patriarch. Not exactly a short list, I know, but... I know Delgado, but I haven't seen him. If he came here, he didn't come to see me. What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. What else can I do for you? Good luck.
Uh-oh. You're done playing in Little Vegas. You won enough already.
This DJ
Enjoy
is
the party,
amazing. He's
but
always
stay
here.
out of the rooms behind the bar. Uh-oh. You're done playing in Little
I hate
Vegas.
that I have to be drunk to
You
say this, but
won
you know what?
enough
You're
already.
all the best friends I could ask for.
stowed away on an Arapaho pond?
I love dancing in this place.
Tell me everything. Hope you hit the jackpot.
Oh man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I
Mr. Harris is back tonight, Joy. Hello again, Rangers. I hope you've enjoyed the company of my employees. May I help you with something? Shit! I knew I should have asked for more. All right. Don't tell anyone I told you. But Delgado was sniffing around the club, asking too many questions about the Dorseys. Last I saw, Charlie Knowles was...
God damn it. Now Daisy's gonna want Brygo dead, and she won't take no for an answer.
He was sniffing around the club, asking too many questions about the Dorseys. Charlie Knowles dragged him into the back rooms behind the bar. He's probably still back there, unless they killed him. Yeah, okay. Bye.
Alcohol's nice.
Stowed away on an Arapaho convoy? Oh my god, tell
Hello again, Red Hats. Till next time, Red Hats.
Welcome back to Little Vegas, Rangers. Good luck.
Hello again, Red Hats. Well, ain't you a clever seed of Red Hats? But let's not be rash here, yeah? The only way you're getting...
Look, it wasn't Mr. Brygo who conspired with the Dorseys. He's not that stupid. But a little bird told me it was someone in our organization. I can give you a name. All you gotta do is prove this guy was acting on his own. Way I see it, everybody wins. You get your culprit, and we don't get in trouble with the law. Once you clear Mr. Brygo's name, I'm sure he'll release Delgado. Look for our man McTavish at the machine shop, near Pillory Square. I don't care what you do to him, but if you can come back and prove the rest of us weren't involved, I'm sure we can make a deal, yeah? Also, I didn't tell you this, Red Hats. Sure. First, head to Pillory Square. You know, where the marshals leave folks to freeze. Mac's place is southeast of the human popsicles. Usually has a paperboy shouting nearby. Find a way to prove Mr. Brygo wasn't mixed up in this Dorsey business, and we can make a deal. Yeah? You like it? He used to be a real lady killer. Then he made the unwise decision to double-cross Mr. Brygo. So the boys took him into the back room. Had him in there for weeks, poor bastard. You could hear his screams clear across town. He came back with a face that wasn't so pretty anymore. And without Master John Goodfellow. Kendall! Get it?
What a revolting story.
Yeah, he didn't like it much either. Especially the ending. Until next time, Red Hats.
Oh, man, I love dancing in this place.
It's the best. But I've heard a rumor that there's an exclusive secret dance party up at Aspen.
Yeah? This is the Sanslux Apartments? Who's there? What? You're here? I don't believe it. Come in. Come in.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T. Anyhow, I hope you're ready for trouble, Rangers, because I got a situation here.
Oh, come on, Rosie. I always came when you called, didn't I?
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket. They're bought and paid for. Sure as hell never help ordinary citizens, let me tell you. Unless you pay them extra, but I never pay anybody until they earn it. Because I ask them to do their job. They hate that, the lazy, fat-ass carbuncles. If they never did a lick of work in their lives, it would be too much for them. Ugh. The guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody else living there, but I hear voices in there all the time. They're always banging on stuff, and I can smell burning and bleach and I don't know what else. Make him stop it or throw him out. Either one is fine with me. I can't. The shifty bastard's put his own locks on the door. That's how I know he's up to no good. Apartment room 3, end of the long hallway. The door's on the right. I know he's up to something. I just know it. What's the matter? Why haven't you kicked down that door?
Marshals, listen up. If you won't take my noise complaint seriously and do your damn job, then I guess I'll just have to do it for you. There's been strange noises coming out of apartment 3 all week. People yelling and stomping around at all hours, and strange mechanical sounds. He could be making bombs for all I know. You say you need evidence? Well, Irv just left, so I'm going inside and documenting everything I find. Who's there? Oh, it's Rosie Bong, the landlady. I was just checking to make sure you were okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? Oh, well, you know, the noise. I'm fine.
Fuck off.
Huh? Get the fuck out of my apartment.
Hey, I'm working here.
Oh, look. This time the marshal sent substitutes to shake us down. Well, you stand-ins get one warning. Fuck off or get fucked up. Yeah? Well, McTavish doesn't want to talk to you. And you just used up your one warning. Fuck 'em up, boys.
You wanna talk shop?
Do a shit butt. A rabbit's foot.
Oh, look. This time the marshal sent substitutes to shake us down. Good. Now get the fuck out. Hey! Hands off, assholes! I told you, don't touch. Last warning. All right, motherfucker.
Bucks in. You down.
Got a bead on him. And...
assholes that shot my boys. Well, I'm not looking for a bullet in the face, so you can fuck right the hell off. Oh wait, don't. Goons are cheap, but good doors are replaceable. Alright, come in. But I'm no helpless in here, I'm warning you.
Wait, I can you. You them wee numpty Sunlanders what came all the way from Arizona to suck the Patriarch's cock. But what happened to the rest of yous? Couldn't you tack the cold? Couldn't you drive on ice? Couldn't you swim? And you've got 10 seconds to like my boss, you flatland hicks. I'm under Farnbrago's protection. You can't touch me, you cunts. Huh? No, I mean, if you shoot me, then he's gonna... what a lot of shite. This ain't fair. Everybody shuts on me, everybody. Okay. Looks like you got me at a disadvantage, so let's make a deal, eh? You push flaps drop me enough to skip tune, and I'll tell you what I can. Ah, damn it the hell, I'm not going back to the stocks, no way. Fine, I'll spill your muggy desert trash. Okay, yeah, I let the Dorseys in the city, and I'm glad I did. Least I could do after the Patriarch put me in the pillories. Asshole froze my bloody face off. I got a crater worm and no should be. Of course I wanted some revenge. Wouldn't you? I know, right? Oh, well, I was buying some wholesale medicine for Gaji when all of a sudden the marshal jumped out of nowhere and grabbed me. Say I'm buying me intent to sell or some shite. I try to tell him I'm no selling it. I'm giving it away with every purchase of an oil change at my shop, but the babags can't see the difference, so they drag me off to the pillories. I busted for charity, I ask you. 99% sure those guys took me by and sold it themselves too. Fucking marshals, they should stay on their own side of the law. Are you kidding me? There's a bear shot in the woods. Of course the marshals are corrupt. They work for the patriarch, don't they? And he's the most corrupt tallywasher of them all. You think he's the great feather who takes care of the people of Colorado? That's shite. He takes care of the people who take care of him. That's it. Now the rest of us peons are just here to keep the machines running. That's why I ended up working for Brago. How he's a crook too, but he doesn't pretend he's no. No like some people I could name. That's Scottish. I'm Scottish. See, Scottish plaid, Scottish logo, everything Scottish. The McTavishes were the kings of Scotland once you can. I didn't know that's what they were going to do. I just thought they were going to kill Buchanan. What? No way. Why would they think that? Mr. Bragg wouldn't want to do with us nothing. The time? How'd you know that? Bloody hell, that's another thing the patriarch owes me for my health. Look at right, Scottish. I learned it from a video of Braveheart, which was right there when they made Scotland. It's got to be right. It's a funded tape in a burnt out car, so it could be a wee bit warped. What are you going to do with me? Custody, you whores! Didn't I tell you what you want to know, you fucking lawmen are all the same!
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead. Copy that, Team November. I'll let the sheriff know she needs to make an arrest.
The name's McTavish, and I'm fra Glasgow way. Shit, that's not it. Lick me, ballbag. Sod F, you wee cunts. Come on, bile your head, you jammy git. Hey, you've a face like a scalped horse, you dobar. Aye, that'll do.
Joe's fault.
Hey, you asked your wife about concerns about her. I don't want to talk about it. Come on, man. You can't leave me wondering.
Oh, there, Red Hats. What's the rush, huh? Why don't you tell your old pal Charlie what you found out from McTavish? Oh, right, yeah. Fair enough. He should be the guy you talk to anyway. If you got good news for him, I'm sure he'll be open to a deal. So, what'd you do to that poor bastard McTavish? Now, why would you be like that to your good pal Charlie? All right. I'll head to the machine shop and clear up any mess you left. Nothing but a favor between friends. You should go on upstairs and talk to Mr. Brygo. See you later, Red Hats.